what you want at the lowest price. Discount City has the right advice.
Discount City Carpets, now a brand new location, corner of Mary Ellie Street and Florence Street, Port Pirie. Bigger showroom, bigger range, even cheaper prices.
Catherine, we're looking at your unborn baby's heart. You might have thought that you've seen this before, a heart beating, no big deal. And what's so special about seeing this heartbeat is it's beating 2,000 kilometers away from us. Are you all right there, Catherine?
Okay, thank you.
It's only possible to do that in real time because we're using 30 telephone lines.
Making it easier.
Times like this, you need all the support you can get.
They yawn, they move, and they wave.
If Dr. Chan and her team can do this, just think what we all have to look forward to.
Ultimately, we want the baby to be born with the best chance in life and be healthy.
Making it easy for you.
Leap into the 21st century with Hyundai's Millennium Sale. At a Sonata GLE for only $24,990.
Fully appointed, it has all the comforts of home, including air, and never get lost again.
In 100 meters, turn left.
Hear that? This $5,000 satellite navigation system is normally only found in the most luxurious cars.
Just $24,990 with a 5-year, 130,000K warranty.
Only during Hyundai's Millennium Sale.
Simply smarter Hyundai.
The challenge is on again. The 1999 Smoke-Free Challenge, where the state's best horses and jockeys do battle for big prize money. And your challenge? To come and have the best time by a country mile. Great racing, entertainment, cash prizes, barbecues, vouchers, marquees, and much more. SA Country race courses are on show, so be a part of the 1999 Smoke-Free Challenge and have the best time by a country mile.
Right now at Bets and Bets, buy any pair of shoes in the store and you can buy another pair for half price, including all the famous names. Second pair, half price. Now on at Bets and Bets.
Tank Well, we make a world of difference. Tank Well.
Ring Tankwell today and we'll tailor make a deal for you. If you want a discount, that's what you'll get. If you want a pump deal, that's right, we'll do it. Any accessories you need or any deal you want. Ring Tankwell now, 1-800-68-69-70.
Tank Well, we make a world of difference. Tank Well.
Taylor's Pastoral Hotel, Port Augusta. Turn left at the first set of traffic lights coming from Port Pirie.
Dreamworld Discount Bedding, together with Discount City Carpets, corner Mary Ellie and Florence Street, Port Pirie. Quality bedding at discount prices. Pleasant dreams with Dreamworld.
An accident triggers an emotional chain of events.
Freddie.
Why did he abandon his wife and son years ago?
I hate you.
But are love and forgiveness stronger than hate? On Peak Practice, Thursday after Heartbeat on Central.
distinct possibility for the Adelaide Crows. They certainly love their footy over in South Australia. A few of them, in fact, made their pilgrimage over for tonight's show. Great to have you in. Time now to head back to South Australia to Mitre 10. Of course, we spoke about a sponsorship deal between Mitre 10 and Club 10. We've got Mark Rasciuto, Gavin Wanganeen and Josh Franco, who are building, of all things, a dog kennel. This is going to be auctioned off at charity. Let's find out how the boys are going. It's certainly starting to take shape there, fellas.
Yeah, it's going well, actually. The Mitre plan makes it very easy.
Isn't he working beautifully for his sponsor, Roo? Now, let's talk footy for a moment. Josh, Port Power going beautifully at 2-0. How high has Mark Williams set the bar? What are you aiming for now?
Yeah, well, I just said we are travelling quite nicely at the moment. Obviously, our aim pre-season was to win the first game. We did that. And to beat Sydney up in Sydney was a good victory, and we're going along quite nicely.
And Josh, I've seen both your games this year, and I've been very impressed, particularly with your midfield. I know your forward line looks very well set up with young Treadray down there, but I'm prepared to say that I rate Port Adelaide's midfield as probably one of the best in the competition, if not the best, by a mile. I reckon a very good midfield. What do you think about that?
Yeah, they picked up a couple of good recruits in Shea Cockatoo-Collins and Jared Schofield, and they're playing good footy at the moment, and the others like Braden Lyle, Peter Burgoyne have stepped up another level and playing good football.
Mark, it's Nick Daffy, mate. How's James Tyson going? He used to play with us down at Richmond in the under-19s and reserves there for a few years, and he was always a scruffy-looking fella and always slept a lot during the day. How's he going?
He still sleeps, but he's playing good footy now, and he sort of fitted really well into the position on the wing and is playing some really good footy for us.
Yeah, Gavin and Josh, it's Barnesy here, mate. We had a bloke down, or you got a bloke there called Philip Walsh. He was our ex-fitness bloke. Mate, is he treating you all right down there, or is he, does he get a bit high strung, or does he leave you alone?
What are you trying to say, Barnesy?
Is he a rat? He's assistant coach now, Phil Walsh, and you know, I just want to know how he's treating the boys.
No, actually, Walsh has fitted in quite nicely, and he certainly has brought a new dimension to our game. He studies opposition a lot, and we certainly know a lot more about that position when we play against them.
And aren't the boys just likely to bag their assistant coach, Barnesy? Just talking about the Crows again, Roo. Malcolm Blight set some fitness standards pre-season. Darren Jarman, who I know doesn't like training overly hard, he's a genius on the footy field. Did they make a few allowances to let him get to the post for the first game?
He didn't, actually. He's pretty strict with that 5x1 kilometre test that he's got, and we didn't have long before Christmas when this year, and Jars just had to make it up after Christmas, and he got his times, which he got a couple of years ago, and didn't make any allowances for him at all, so he's pretty fit at the moment.
All right, fellas, we'll let you get back to your dog kennel. We expect to see something a little bit, well, in better shape next time.
Barnesy, boys.
Have you? I was going to say,
yeah.
don't forget the tool.
We got a hammer for Barnesy, he was whinging about that, so we got one of them.
Also got some measuring tape for Barnesy.
Beautiful.
And we're Crows footy for you, boys, because we know you love the Crows over there.
The Mitre 10 boys going beautifully. We'll check out their progress a little bit later on. Time now to head behind the scenes, and the man that digs up the freshest dirt is Hutchie. How you going, Hutchie?
Woohoo, Hutchie!
All right, mate, there's plenty happening this week, and some big news out Collingwood way.
Some big news. The good news, of course, as we know, is that Victoria Park will go ahead on Sunday for the Collingwood West Coast clash. The even better news is that we'll be broadcast live into Melbourne on Channel 7. So, a historic day on 7 on Sunday. And certainly terrific news for that. If you're barrack for Collingwood, if you can't get into the ground, and let's be honest, no one will be able to, you'll be able to sit at home and watch the game live on 7. So as good as being there, Jace.
Now, Hutchie, plenty happening with the racial vilification case with Peter Everett. The Saints responded by 4 o'clock. It took the AFL quite a while to structure their response to that answer. Where are we at now?
Absolute bun fight. Late night at the AFL tonight. The heavies are still in there working it out, and a mediator will be appointed at this stage. So the two parties are expected to come together tomorrow, Chisholm and Everett. Now, the AFL made a little bit of a mess of this, Jason, because they had hoped to take it straight to the tribunal under the second offence clause, but basically St Kilda has argued and threatened legal action over that because last time with Michael Long, they say they sorted it out amongst themselves. So at this point, the AFL will buckle on that and it will go to mediation probably tomorrow. So probably no tribunal appearance at this time for Spider Everett, and the AFL will treat it as a first offence.
Well, I'm sure there's going to be plenty more developments of that. But one more thing, Hutchie, before you get on to your next story. Reporters will do just about anything to get the story they want. And This fellow over here was trying to chase up a story with James Hird on the weekend. And Hird, he said, well, I'll give it to you at a price. What did you do for your story, Hutchie?
He's not bad. I heard him say that backstage. Thanks, Hirdy, for that. 45 minutes he made me do his gardening on Good Friday. Can you believe that?
You're kidding, eh?
What sort of work, Hutch? What sort of gardening
He's not stupid, Hirdy.
Oh, yeah, he's very rich. He earns $10 million a year and he makes blokes in suits do his gardening. So that'll give you an example of how well James is going. And if you no sympathy for him after that, I've lost all sympathy, those tears. Good luck to him.
And what else, mate? You've unearthed something about a particular AFL player. He's had some cosmetic surgery in the break.
Well, Jason, you noticed it yesterday and I followed it up through the appropriate club channels, and it would seem that a prominent AFL player has had his ears pinned over the summer. So
Melbourne-based club?
I'm not saying any more than that, Doug. I've said too much, but basically, yeah.
Interstate club,
well, I'm not saying. I'm not sworn to secrecy, but look for yourself on the weekend.
Well, the mail is it's somewhere between Queensland and Victoria, Hutchie.
I'm not saying any more.
If we can just narrow it down.
No more.
Does he hop around a bit?
He used to hop around.
Used to hop, correct.
Okay,
let's move on and have a look at the teams. The big clash between the Kangaroos, who are yet to register a win, and the Tigers, who are going along beautifully, Hutchie.
Yeah, squad there for Richmond of about 27, so not too many changes. Turner, of course, is out for the Tigers. The good news, though, is that it may not be as bad as first thought, maybe just 1 to 2 weeks. So expect Aaron James, as named there, to play at full-back. Also expect more game time from David Burke, and interested to see Daff's comments on him in a moment. He was excellent again last week and certainly improved. Dragovic on the bench will play again there, and that squad will be fine-tuned tomorrow. A couple of minor injury worries with Richardson and Bowden, who are both selected in the side, but they will both take their place against the Kangaroos on Friday night.
Now, the Kangaroos have been struggling. I don't think Carey's going to play at this stage, but let's have a look at their lineup and see if we can pick the bones out of that. Good news is the return of Glenn Archer.
Certainly is. I expect
they have
this
named
one...
Carey too.
Yeah, Carey won't play. Don't worry about that. He's named there and they're keeping their options open, but he'll be ruled out tomorrow. So just the one change. I would expect Glenn Archer to come into the side, and the one to go out is yet to be determined. Although the two youngsters who played last week, both Adam Lang and Brady Rawlings, who were both there named among the possible interchange players, they'll both stay in the side. So certainly one player from last week's side will miss out, but the good news is that Glenn Archer's back and ready to go against the Tigers. Has a very good record too on Matthew Richardson. Has beaten him countless times over the years, so it'll be interesting to see whether they go with him first up on Richo or whether they just ease him back into senior footy.
Well, that certainly will be one of the big jewels. Dark, it's difficult to say who's going to be favourite in this game, but the Kangaroos are desperate for a win, and I know, having spoken to Wayne Carey, that they're fired up and they think they can do well.
Yeah, we've had reports that Pagan's been pretty hard on them all week, and probably not a good side to play when they've had 2 losses. North Melbourne really bounced back, and we had a good win last week. Richo's played really well last week, and David Burke is so courageous, I think, and that's why he just gets injured all the time. So, I mean, we've got Ben and Mark Miranda to come back in the side in the next few weeks, but we're travelling along okay.
Craig Bittis going, mate?
Yeah, he's actually in the squad this week. He's got some good skills, so hopefully he can come back in.
I know who you're tipping, so we don't need to ask there. Barnesy?
Richmond Daff, is that?
Yeah, that's okay, mate, no worries.
Kangaroos will be ferocious, and they'll come out, and I'm tipping the Kangaroos.
He's a great judge, Doug Hawkins.
I'm a good
I'll go
judge.
with him. I'm going for the Kangaroos. Hutchie, a tip from you?
Kangaroos for mine.
And great catching up with you, mate, bringing us all the latest stories. Now, we've got plenty more still to come on Live and Kicking, and to find out exactly what, Annalise Brackensek, what is next?
Thanks, Jason. There's still plenty more to come on the show. We've got the spunky Ange and Kuda, and my favourite, the cuddly Kevin Sheedy.
Whoa.